Welcome, Rattlers. This is the homecoming edition of the President's Point of View, where we bring you an exclusive into the Rattler Homecoming. I'm Javonni Hampton, and I have the Dr. Larry Robinson. Dr. Robinson, thank you so much for joining me.
It's my pleasure.
Yes, we are excited. It's homecoming. Could you speak to the rich tradition that FAMU has upheld throughout the years?
First of all, I want to acknowledge to everyone that this is Founders Day, October the 3rd, 1887. What? And we had a great program this morning acknowledging that. And there were so many people there. I tried to connect them to that 136-year history, right? Trying to get them to sort of visualize and feel what it must have been like for those 2 instructors and 15 students on October the 3rd, 1887, and what has transpired throughout our history, right? And it just so happens that athletics is one of those great set of things that FAMU has excelled at over the years. And one of those special events regarding athletics is, of course, homecoming. Right? There's a rich tradition where people come from all sectors, from all time frames back to the Hill to celebrate the great things that are happening at FAMU, to acknowledge all of the things that happened during that time here, and really to support where FAMU is going tomorrow. Right? It's a special time for us. And this morning in our leadership team meeting, we just went through the week-long sequence of activities. There's quite a lot, but I think we're up for it. We'll be ready for it. But for those people who are not accustomed to FAMU homecoming, you have about 2 weeks or so to try to get in shape and get ready for it, because there's going to be a whole lot going on.
And then when you just mentioned FAMU's homecoming and its uniqueness, how would you describe that, and what are you expecting this year for yourself?
Yeah, so I expect that homecoming, I'll be in a lot of places and meeting a lot of very special people, inviting the alums back, special friends, and other people who come to FAMU's homecoming who go to other HBCUs, other institutions, that may not have gone to college at all, but high school students who come and they get inspired by what they see, and there'll be future Rattlers as well. So I'm going to be very, very busy doing homecoming, and there's not a single thing that's happening that week that I won't enjoy.
Okay,
right?
So Paris Street, what are you going to be enjoying over there on Paris Street?
I might go to Paris Street, but I have to spend a little money right here, on the FAMU side of things. But that's important though, because we, through homecoming and football, athletic events in general, there's a whole lot of economic activities that take place on Paris Street, and we're really proud of the impact we have on Paris Street as well. And for folks who haven't seen Paris Street, don't try to drive over there, because there will be, standing walking room only. It'll be quite a festival over there. While at the same time, all throughout the city, there'll be activities associated with FAMU's homecoming. So pick a spot. You'll see some orange and green there no matter where you go.
And speaking of just money, donations, fundraising, dollars being brought to FAMU during homecoming, the individual classes, how important is it for alumni to come back, also not to just enjoy the activities, but to give back to the university?
Well, they do, and they do it in large numbers. It's really unique thing around the classes in which they started school, since people may have finished at different times. Some people in 4 years like you, and some people may take a little bit longer like others. But no matter what, they share a common journey because they started together, right? And so those classes come back and, just inspire me and so many others with the amount of monies that they raise to support Florida A&M University. A year ago during the game, we had over 40 sort of activations, as they call it, or acknowledgments. And to be acknowledged as an individual on the field doing homecoming, you have to have given at least $25,000. As a corporate entity, at least $100,000. And so it's really impressive to see that we were at 40, and they're already trying to figure out that number for this year's game, but it's probably going to be a fairly large number as well. All of that contributed to another record year in fundraising for the university, over $25.7 million. A lot of that has to do with what happens here during homecoming and how it inspires people to give more than perhaps they would have thought of before they got here.
And then outside of some of the things that alumni may have feel is no longer here on the university's campus, because things change. What can they expect? Any new enhancements?
Well, first of all, you start with the stadium itself, right? We have, behind us, a fairly impressive video board that some people tell me it's the largest in the world of HBCUs in terms of home stadium. Is something that we invested a lot of time and money in because we want our fans to enjoy the best. I've had the chance to see it the last 2 home games. It is really, really amazing. We've had all kinds of renovations to this stadium itself, over $10 million just in the stadium, and then another $3 million in the new press box that we have to accommodate the media, athletic director and visiting teams and so forth. So there's a lot been done here. The last year we redid the whole parking lot, right? Resurfaced it and, put in additional parking spaces and to make the ease of movement on the parking lot better. We had another, roadway and all of that. So we made some serious investments in Bragg Memorial Stadium. And then the thing that I'm most impressed with of all, though, is that this field that we sit on now was dedicated in our first home game as Ken Riley Field, right? Ken Riley Field at Bragg Memorial Stadium. And for those who don't know out there, Ken Riley was a great Rattler who was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this past summer in Canton, Ohio. So we're sitting on hallowed ground right here.
Yes.
Anyway, being in the stadium, but Ken Riley, one of our greatest of all time. We're really, really proud of him.
Yes. Lots of legacy, lots of notable alumni to recognize. Anyone specifically coming this homecoming that you are excited to see again?
I'm gonna be excited to see all of them. Don't get me to call their names because somebody said, well, he didn't mention me, right?
Right.
That means it's amazing the number of Rattlers are coming back. I just don't want to call their names, but we're gonna have some great Rattlers who are gonna be making donations and also fundraising as well. I guess I'm tempted to break my own commitment not to say that, but I do think one of those is, Kim Godwin. She's coming back. Kim Godwin is the president of ABC News.
Yes.
Right? And she's having a special fundraising activity. She's already a major donor to the institution. And she, last year, through her parent company, Disney, made a fairly large contribution to Florida A&M University, but she will be having a fundraiser sometime during homecoming week to support scholarships for students at the institution. And that's what Rattlers do, right? And that's just one of the many that come to mind during homecoming.
Okay, and then just a little insight about Dr. Robinson. You mentioned earlier that, listen, if you haven't been out here, you better, practice, work out, whatever you need to do. How do you maintain going throughout the entire week, making each event multiple throughout the week? What's your morning routine? You wake up, drink coffee, splash your face. Like, what is that like?
Well, I don't drink caffeinated coffee. I do decaffeinated coffee and
decaf.
But it's so inspirational to see all of this, right? I want to enjoy it, not just to show up as president, but these things I enjoy, right? And having the privilege of being in this seat gives me another kind of perspective on things. But I want to be there too. I want to be in the homecoming parade. I want to see all of the entrants in the parade as they come past Lee Hall on that Saturday morning, although we start early. But it's just a wonderful series of events like that I just want to experience myself. I really don't need any caffeine to get me going when it's related to FAMU because it's just so inspirational in and of itself. Okay.
Okay, so on this homecoming edition of The President's Point of View, we are making it fun and exciting. We have a trivia round of homecoming questions for Dr. Larry Robinson. Are you ready? So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to ask you a question, this or that, and you quickly respond with an answer.
Okay.
Okay. So you good to go?
Ready to go.
Okay. The President's box or the stadium?
The stadium. Because you can hear the band better out here than in the president.
That's a good one. Mullet or catfish?
Catfish. What you talking about?
Okay. Nike Dunks or loafers?
Nike Dunks. Right.
Polo or blazer jacket?
Both.
Barbecue ribs or smoked sausage?
Oh my Lord, barbecue ribs.
Isaac Hayes or Johnny Taylor?
Isaac Hayes from Memphis. What are you talking about? I mean, what kind of question is that?
Okay, Popeyes or Fried Chicken Wednesday in the Calf?
Fried Chicken Wednesday in the Calf.
Swack or Miak?
Swag.
Fried Chicken Wednesday or Catfish Friday?
Fried Chicken Wednesday.
North End Zone or the President's Suite?
Oh, President's Suite, because I can't ever get through the North End Zone. There's so many people in there.
And then outside of the School of Environment, what is your favorite college on campus?
All of them.
Okay, you all, you heard it. All of the colleges are special. Dr. Robinson is going to be at all of the events. You can catch him everywhere. Thank you, Dr. Robinson.
No, thank you.
If you were at a homecoming cookout, would you eat Dr. Friday Stroud potato salad or Miss Carmen Cummings?
Oh, Lord. I would ask them to make coleslaw so I can put that on their rib sandwich and be done, right?
From the highest of 7 hills to the world stage, Rattlers are everywhere and doing great things. Your destiny awaits. Fuel your passion. Make your mark. Boldly striking. Excellence, innovation, and transformation at Florida A&M University.
From the steps of Lee Hall to the Coleman Library, with the eternal flame at its center, FAMU is encouraging everyone associated with the university to have a brick on the walkway. Students who cross its path see the names of those who have paved the way for their educational experience. Proceeds from the Florida A&M University 21st Century Brick Walkway will support student scholarships as well as other university initiatives. Buy your brick today.
It's Homecoming Rattlers, and we have all the way from Brooklyn, New York, the Homecoming co-chair and the campus activities director, Percy Henry. Percy, kick us off.
Woo! Let's go Rattlers!
And we are excited to invite you to the President's Point of View. Thank you, Percy.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to start off the interview with the speed challenge. I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? It's going to be this or that. You answer it promptly, and then we move on to the next question. Are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
Okay, awesome. It's a little bit homecoming tagged into it, but we'll see how well you do.
All right.
Ready? Apple Jacks or Frosty Flakes?
Frosty Flake.
Okay, Alphas or Omegas?
Alphas.
Savage or Cool Water Cologne?
Savage.
Gibbs or Sampson?
Gibbs.
Villages or Phase 3?
Village.
Ribs or chicken?
Ribs.
Sausage or chicken?
Sausage.
Peanut butter jelly or bologna?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Catch or toss?
Catch.
Royal Court or the March 100?
Royal Court.
Orange or green?
Orange.
Boiled peanuts, Cajun or regular?
Regular.
Miak or swag?
Swag.
Most memorable moment at FAMU?
85 South Shore.
North end zone or the student section?
Student section.
Perry Street or Wanish Way?
Ooh, Perry.
So homecoming is an exciting moment for students, faculty, alumni. Could you just provide us with a sneak peek of what to expect?
I think this year for homecoming, what to expect is the experience that we give yearly, right? So part of the experience is that we are looking to elevate it every year. This year we have added on some new activities, some new programs. We've added on the 40 under 40. So we're looking to gain an experience. We're looking for our alumni, students, faculty, and staff to come on home, to come back while they're here, to elevate the homecoming experience 2020.
Homecoming, many activities. Could you just give us a sneak peek into what's happening?
So this week, for homecoming week, we'll start off the week with our blessings and brunch. You know, we're gonna get our praise in so that we can go into the week with success. And then Monday we'll have our House and Step show. Then we'll have our Beauty and Health Expo. Then we'll have our comedy show, which Chico Bean will be the person, the comedian for that evening. And then on Thursday we'll have our much anticipated homecoming concert, which will feature Mariah the Scientist, Nardo Wick, and Tusi, and we have a surprise fourth artist that will be added in, and we'll be releasing that soon.
Nice, surprise guest artist. Okay, now what about some of these new surprise dances? You know any of them? You know the 2 steps, 1, 2, 3. Are you gonna be dancing? What were your college days like?
You know my college days, Javonni.
But y'all hitting the young jock?
You know, he's hitting the young jock, all this new stuff that the young kids be doing. I be trying to keep up with it, but you know, I'm in between like the millennials and the Generation X. But I think, you know, as long as I can see it 1 or 2 times, I think I can get to it. And you know, we be in the stands with the student sections, turning up with them. I try to be real interactive with them in all games, not just homecoming, because it's important to build relationships with students so that when we are having these mass events with a bunch of people, it's easy to communicate with them and for them to understand what's happening here on campus.
And then we know that you are managing the activities and the events that are happening during homecoming. But it's not just for students. Alumni are welcome to many of the events that'll be happening on campus, right?
Yes. So all of our events are not just student based. So we created our events so that alumni can enjoy it as well. So even a House and Step show, that is, you curate it so that our alumni can come in and see what our residence halls are doing here on campus, right? To see the progression from when they were in school, even when I was in school, to now. So we always try to create events so that alumni, not only alumni and students, but also people in the community can enjoy the events as well.
Okay, and then also, I mean, you're dripped out in the green. We have on the Nike. These are the dunks?
Yeah. These are black
the Nike
dunks,
dunks,
you know?
right. So when it comes to the style and preparation for coming with your flyest outfit to the homecoming game, what is your advice?
My advice is, if you did not order your outfits now, do it. Because you can't order it a week before and expect to come to homecoming dripped out.
As Percy said, come dripped out in your orange and green this homecoming. This is the homecoming experience. Lots of activities, multiple things to do. The homecoming concert is going to be phenomenal. We have the gospel brunch kicking it off. And then, of course, the Saturday game, which you don't want to miss. Please, if you do not have your orange and green, stop by the FAMU bookstore and get your Rattler apparel. Thank you so much, Percy, for joining me.
From the highest of 7 hills to the world stage, Rattlers are everywhere and doing great things. Your destiny awaits. Fuel your passion. Make your mark. Boldly striking. Excellence, innovation, and transformation at Florida A&M University.
From the steps of Lee Hall to the Coleman Library, with the eternal flame at its center, FAMU is encouraging everyone associated with the university to have a brick on the walkway. Students who cross its path see the names of those who have paved the way for their educational experience. Proceeds from the Florida A&M University 21st Century Brick Walkway will support student scholarships as well as other university initiatives. Buy your brick today.
This is the homecoming edition of the President's Point of View. We have exclusive insights on a Rattler homecoming. I'm Javonni Hampton. We just finished an exclusive interview with Dr. Larry Robinson and Percy Henry. And now we have the Coach Willie Simmons. We are back, Rattlers. This is the homecoming edition of the President's Point of View, where we bring you an exclusive look into the Rattler homecoming. I'm Javonni Hampton. Today we have Coach Willie Simmons with us here. Coach, how excited are you for the homecoming game?
It's homecoming. There's no better place to be than Tallahassee on a Saturday afternoon for homecoming. It's the place to be. We're excited. We're extremely excited. Born
in Tallahassee, grew up in Quincy, but you're back here and you're also the head football coach. How significant is that for you?
It's a dream come true. Once I got into the coaching ranks, this has always been a dream job of mine. My mom was the first in our family to go to college. She graduated from the highest of 7 hills. 5 of her siblings followed her here. So it's been a place that's meant a lot to me my entire life. I followed this program since I was a little kid, watching my godbrother play here. And now to be able to lead such a storied program, it's nothing like it.
Well, we appreciate you very much here at the university. Alumni, supporters, fans, they're all gathered here in support of the university and the football team. How do you keep the team prepared so that they don't feel too pressured?
Well, we know what's at stake. It's a conference game. We're trying to continue this winning streak that we have, which is the nation's second longest right now. And again, there's a lot riding on this game. Prairie View's a team that's playing really good football right now, and we got to make sure that we continue to stay atop the SWAC standings. And so our guys know what's at stake, and that's how we stay locked in.
Okay, and there's just such a rich history here at the university. I mean, we're standing on the Ken Riley Field. Could you just speak to legacy?
Yeah, Ken has meant so much to this program. Came here as a player, was an All-American quarterback here, went on to play a long storied career in the NFL, just recently inducted into the National Football Hall of Fame. Then came back here as a coach and coached a lot of great players, sent them to the NFL on the great things, and then became the athletic director, and led this program for a lot of years in that role. So just really coming full circle. What better way to honor such a legendary figure than to name the field after him this year? And it's one of my blessings as the head coach to be able to run our football team out on the Ken Riley Field.
Yes, we are super excited for that. This is the homecoming edition of the President's Point of View. We're going to switch things up a little and introduce a speed challenge, a trivia for Coach Willie Simmons. He has to answer the questions immediately, so let's see what he's working with. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, cheer team, feel free to jump in at any point if he starts to struggle. Miak or SWAC?
SWAC all day.
Barbecue ribs or sausage?
Ooh, sausage.
Catch or toss?
Toss.
Boiled peanuts or Cajun?
Boiled peanuts.
Favorite Perry Street vendor?
All of them.
Favorite activity after the game?
Cigar lounge.
Cuban or Dominican cigars?
Cuban.
Bologna and cheese or peanut butter sandwiches?
Peanut butter.
Orange or green?
Oh, I definitely not going to answer that one. Orange and green, FAMU.
And then your most memorable moment at FAMU?
the day I was introduced as head football coach. We just appreciate Rattler Nation, just all the support that we receive, throughout the year, from our nutrition to our cooling station to just supporting us, joining the Rattler Athletic Fund, buying season tickets, showing up, packing out Bragg Stadium, all the things that make Bragg Memorial Stadium and now Ken Riley Field the place to be on a Saturday afternoon. We're just entirely grateful for what Rattler Nation means to us.
And then speaking of the Ken Riley Field, legacy, how important is that for you and your players?
Well, to be able to honor such a monumental figure such as Ken Riley, everything he meant to this program, being a player here and then a coach and athletic director, no better way to honor him, on this field, and his name will live on forever.
Okay, and then I forgot to ask you one more speed question. Shanks or Gaston?
Oh my God, don't even try me. Shanks High School, class of 1999, the best class ever.
All right, awesome. Thanks, Coach.
My pleasure.
From the highest of 7 hills to the world stage, Rattlers are everywhere and doing great things. Your destiny awaits. Fuel your passion. Make your mark. Boldly striking. Excellence, innovation, and transformation at Florida A&M University.
From the steps of Lee Hall to the Coleman Library, with the eternal flame at its center, FAMU is encouraging everyone associated with the university to have a brick on the walkway. Students who cross its path see the names of those who have paved the way for their educational experience. Proceeds from the Florida A&M University 21st Century Brick Walkway will support student scholarships as well as other university initiatives. Buy your brick today.